Assalamualaikum and hi to the viewers. We are students from Bachelor of Science in Industrial Hygiene Technology and Safety are going to present our case study about the cease of renovation work at glove factory following a fatal accident for our subject OSH Management for Industrial Hygienists. My name is Siti Zulaika and this is my group members, Batrisha Amanina, Dania Inasa and Nur Farhana Shamimi. A 60-year-old man was confirmed to have suffered serious injuries and died at the scene in the 10:30 a.m. incident located at the glove factory in Jalan Kapar, Klang. The injured worker was sent to Hospital Tunku Ampuan Rahimah HTAR Kelang and was confirmed to be dead by the paramedics. The Office of the Selangor Dodge Director, in a statement, said it had instructed a team of officers to conduct an investigation into the incident and found that the victim, a Myanmar national man, was assigned by the employer to paint a steel walkway platform on the 6th floor of the factory. Next, the potential accident root cause. It is found that the worker had slipped and fallen from an unprotected platform from a height of 15 meters onto the factory floor. And the important part is that the worker was not provided with appropriate personal protective equipment (PPE). That led to his fall. And the accident happened due to various combination of root cause, which is first, the lack of training and awareness to the worker. The second, the failure of the worker to use personal protective equipment (PPE). The third, the lack of guardrails or barriers at the platform. And lastly, they've implied improper safety measures.
Hi, my name is Dania and I'm going to talk about the potential effect on the employee, employer and factory when the accident happened. First, let's think about the employee, the one who lost their life. Losing someone means the company loses a skilled and valuable worker who played a key role in their operations. For the people who still work there, it's not just business as usual, it affects their own morale, which workers may feel stressed or anxious. They might worry, what if this happens to me? Some might even start looking for jobs elsewhere because they no longer feel safe. And then there's the family of the worker. The emotional toll is heartbreaking. They cause grief, sadness, and mental anguish. If the worker was the main provider, the family might face serious financial hardship. Now, let's talk about the employer. When a fatal accident happens, the company faces a lot of challenges. Costs start piling up because they have to pay compensation to the family and deal with legal fees. There are also indirect costs like losing productivity and having to hire and train someone new. And let's not forget about the hidden costs, which are fines, penalties, or even losing future contracts because of damaged reputation. There's also a lot of administrative work to be done because employers have to spend time investigating what went wrong. This takes time away from running the business and can lead to project delays. On the legal side, things can get tough. Under law like the Occupational Safety and Health Act, OSHA 1994, if it is proven the company didn't ensure the workers' safety, they could face huge fines, legal consequences, or even jail time. Finally, let's think about how this affects the factory itself. First, the operations. The factory might have to shut down temporarily for investigations, which means production slows down or stops. This can cause big delays. Then there is the reputation. If the accident makes it to the news, it can hurt the factory's image. Clients might lose trust and it becomes harder to attract new workers because people don't want to work in a place they feel unsafe. Lastly, compliance costs. After an accident, the factory will need to spend money on safety upgrades and stricter safety protocols to prevent anything like this from happening again.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Batrisha Amanina binti Izzatul Azri. Moving to consequent action taken after the incident at the factory, the Department of Occupational Safety and Health, DOSH Selangor branch, had issued immediate notice of prohibition and opening order for all the renovation activities at the factory following the death of an employee. This is because to prevent another accident and to protect other workers from another accident. The Office of the Selangor Dodge Director said it had instructed a team of officers to conduct an investigation onto the incident. The investigation found that the victim was believed to have slipped and fallen from an unprotected platform from a height of 15 meters onto the factory floor, and he was not provided with an appropriate personal protective equipment. It is also said that the Department of Occupational Safety and Health will take a legal action to the responsible party if there is a violation under the provision of the Occupational Safety and Health Act 1994 or the Factories and Machinery Act 1967. So how can a factory violate the legislation? Factories most likely to violate the legislation by not complying with the legislation. Example 1. Lack of fall protection at construction site. The scenario is a construction worker is performing tasks on a building's third floor, 10 meters above the ground, and suddenly the worker lost balance and falls due to the absence of proper safety measures, resulting in the serious injuries, or in those cases, it can lead the worker to death. So this action has violated the OSHA 1994, Section 15, Subsection 1 under Employer's General Duties, where the employer failed to provide a safe working environment by not implementing fall protection systems such as guardrails, safety nets, or personal fall arrest system. The employer should provide a safe working environment to prevent any injuries to the workers, and this is to comply with the Occupational Safety and Health Act 1994, Section 15 also, where the employers should ensure the safety, health, and welfare of the employees so that the employees is safe from any accident. Another example of action that violates the law is that worker falls from an unsecured ladder. The situation is that a warehouse worker used a damaged and unstable ladder provided by the employer. While reaching for an item, the ladder collapsed and the worker falls, suffering multiple injuries. And this action has violated OSHA 1994, Section 15, Subsection 1 under Employer's General Duties, where employer failed to ensure the safety of workers by neglecting to provide a stable and secure ladder. To prevent this accident from happening, the employer should provide an appropriate equipment that is not broken for employee to use.
So for the effective approach, we have the first one is to contain and communicate. So this include contain the event, provide care and support, secure the area in case I would like to secure the evidence in the incident area, ensure effective communication, and also assess for resumption. So the next one is to undergo investigation. So investigation include the root cause analysis, and include collaboration, and also report and comply the findings. And the last one is to implement CAP, which is the corrective and preventing action. So for the next one is to undergo management review and also decision making. So these include executive involvement, notify the banks and insurers about this incident or accident that happened, and also legal and public relations coordination. So the next effective approach is include the rebuild and prevent future incidents. So this include repair and replace, care for the employees, training, and also development for the workers, monitor and try and also to rebuild the trust. So here are the preventive measures that should be taken to avoid or prevent the future incident to happen. So the first one is to provide the PPE. So according to OSHA 1994, in section 15, it is a duty or responsibility of the employee to provide the proper PPE to the workers. The second key is to wear the PPE. This is the duty or the responsibility of the employee itself to wear the provided PPE by the employees at all times in the working area, as it is stated in the OSHA 1994 in section 24. The next one is to apply the safety nets and soft landing system. So these are the protection tools that can help to reduce the risk of injury in the event of fall from height. The fourth preventive measure that can be taken is to apply the mobile elevator work platform, which is designed to provide a stable and secure platform for workers to stand on, reducing the risk of fall, and they also equipped with the safety features like guardrails, safety harnesses to ensure the safety of the workers while they were working at height. The next one is to provide training. So training is important to allow the workers to identify hazard, recognize risk, able to manage risk control to prevent a fall, and also to able to understand the technique of the putting safety harnesses. And then the last one is to ensure that every worker that enter the working area, especially for the height working area, it is important to ensure that the workers have the permit, because permit is required for those who works at height that is more than 10.
The conclusion of the case study is that this accident has highlights the importance of enforcing safety standards, and the employers should ensure the use of appropriate fall protection systems to all workers, and employers should also provide workers with the necessary PPE to minimize hazards in the workplace. Lastly, employers should take proactive steps to assess and mitigate risks to ensure a safe working environment for all employees.